Abraham.
Well, overnight, the Texas Senate passed a controversial piece of legislation that would actually prevent teachers from discussing polarizing social issues in class, like critical race theory. Now, that's a new concept that looks at how race relations have shaped the current world around us. The Association of Professional Educators opposed the law, and lawmakers in support of the bill say that they should be teaching history and not indoctrinating students with their beliefs.
Kahala la Yahweh Bahashem Yahweh Shai, Waha Raha Kwadash. All praises and glory go to you, Lord. Double honors and respect go to our apostles, our elders, and our teachers, men of great millstone. To you I say Shalom. It's your brother, I'm Ryan, and let's just get in it. Came across a video earlier on another brother's channel, which I'll put the link to his video in this video. And what it showed was the jail that was located in the Whitney plantation. And we'll get a little bit of background on the Whitney plantation here in a minute. But the first scriptures that come to mind is Daniel chapter 7, verse 25, which Elder Apostle Tahar has already brought out, that he should wear out the saints of the Most High. Also, this, Isaiah 14 and verse 12, it says, or verse 13, it says, for thou hast said in thine heart, and who has said this? The nation of Esau, Edom, the so-called white man that ruleth in the world today. Verse 13, for thou hast said in thine heart, I will ascend into heaven. I will exalt my throne above the stars of God. I will sit also upon the mount of the congregation in the sides of the north. And to make this plain, he is saying in this verse that the white man has said in his heart that he will be like the Most High, that he will rule over the sons who are known as the stars of Yahweh, you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and North American Indians who are the biblical Hebrew Israelites, that he will sit upon the mount of the congregation in the sides of where? North America. Okay. Now, how did he do this? Let's just take a look at the video, and we'll come back with some more scriptures afterwards. If you ever want to know why these devils want to ban critical race theory so bad, it's because it is basically the real history of the treatment of the nation of Israel inside the borders of America by the so-called white man, the nation of Esau, Edom. Okay? Let's just take a look at some of the things that Israelites have had to endure under this man's rulership.
One. Pastor Wilkins are chasing our history. You are standing at a jail. What they have done is manipulated the jail. They tell you that it's 1870. Try 1770. This is still standing today. Look at this jail. Look at the holes. You can see where the chains would have been inside this jail. What happened is a slave would have to come in here naked, barefooted and all. There's holes all throughout here to make the slave. It's like cooking a turkey. He's being baked while he's in here. The desire is to be naked, that the slave would burn his skin while he's in one of these to teach him never to run again or never to be rebellious again. You're at one of the most harshest plantations in American history. You're at the Whitney plantation, which is without a doubt one of the most harshest. What's this? The symbol of a cross. What are they doing to the slave? This would have been chained down. He wouldn't have been able to get to it. That would have been covered so he can't hurt himself. It was to make them understand Christianity is your only hope of survival. They're teaching them, even in their suffering as they're punishing them, they're teaching them Christianity is your only hope of survival. What America believes, what the European believe, is that they believe in positive law, natural law. What this represents is positive law, natural law. Natural law says a man can rehabilitate himself because his creator is up high. He has a God that allows him to rehabilitate himself. So what you see is they're trying to rehabilitate the slave, but they're not trying to rehabilitate him as man, but as underneath, as dehumanized, as second-class citizen. So they would be in here, and they would actually be cooking. At night, the wolf rat can visit them because it's open. So the slave is being worn out. He's being drawn down. He's being humbled. He's going through. He's going through a lot. And he would rather be out there and do what he's told than to ever be in this metal cooking shed. That's all this is. It's an oven. And the rebellious slave is the most rebellious. There's three sides of this thing. They would be on a side where there would be holes. And you could actually see right here, there's those holes. Chains would go in there from here to over here. These chains would be in here. And they'd lock him down. He's weary. He's going through. He said, I'd rather be obedient to my master, do what I'm told, and believe and put my hope in a God instead of putting my hope in escaping. Let me put my hope in a God. Now they can retrain his mind because he's been through the humbling process of this metal. They made sure they were metal because they know the heat would be drawn to this in the summer, and the cold would be drawn to this in the winter.
Now, this devil has hell to pay. He has decimated, destroyed, molested, raped, and murdered my people, you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and North American Indians, which are the biblical Hebrew Israelites, known to be the stars or the sons of Yahweh by Hashem Yahushua. And Yahweh is whom you ignorantly call God. Yahushua is his son. Okay? They have ruled over us since the late 1400s. Okay? They have brutally ruled over us with wickedness and viciousness that is beyond comprehension. Okay? And this devil really thinks that he has gotten one over on Yahweh by Hashem Yahushua. But that's not what's going to happen. In fact, what is going to happen is this devil is going to be brought down from his rulership, which is known as heaven. So let's just get back into Isaiah 14, and I'll begin at verse 12 this time. It says, How art thou fallen from heaven, from rulership, O Lucifer, son of the morning? How art thou cut down to the ground, which did weaken the nations? For thou hast said in thine heart, I will ascend into heaven, into rulership, and I will exalt my throne above the stars of God, you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and North American Indians. I will sit also upon the mount of the congregation in the sides of North America, and wherever else he has had you Israelites in captivity. Verse 14, I will ascend above the heights of the clouds, which you see this devil has many ambitions, them going into so-called outer space, space stations, that he will ascend above the heights of the cloud. I will be like the Most High. But what is going to happen? Verse 15, Yet thou shalt be brought down to hell, to the sides of the pit. They that see thee shall narrowly look upon thee and consider thee, saying, Is this the man that made the earth to tremble, that did shake kingdoms? You're going to laugh in that day when Yahweh Shai returns and puts this motherfucker in his place. You're going to say, is this the fucking joker that did all of this wickedness? Is this the one? This little weakling? It's going to be laughable. What happens to these people? Verse 17, that made the earth, that made the world as a wilderness, and destroyed the cities thereof, that opened not the house of his prisoners. What did the video show you? They beat and tortured your people into Christianity, which they still love to this day. Statue worshiping, idol worshiping, all manner of abominations and sins cover the whorehouse you know today as the modern church. And how did you get into all of this? Because you were whipped, chained, and forced. This devil has hell to pay. This devil has hell to pay. Verse 18, it says, all the kings of the nations, even all of them, lie in glory, every one in his own house. But thou art cast out of thy grave like an abominable branch, and as the raiment of those that are slain, thrust through with the sword, that go down to the stones of the pit, as a carcass trodden underfoot. You shall not be joined with them in burial. No, you will not have a man's burial. Because you have destroyed thy land and slain your people. The seed of evildoers shall never be renowned. Prepare slaughter for the nation of Esau, Edom. Verse 21, prepare slaughter for his children, for the iniquity of their fathers, because in a sense we are our fathers in return. And you devils in the past are you devils here today. Says, prepare slaughter for his children, for the iniquity of their fathers, that they do not rise, nor possess the land, nor fill the face of the world with cities. For I will rise up against them, saith Yahweh, by Hashem Yahushai of hosts, and cut off from Babylon the name and remnant and son and nephew, saith Yahweh. I will also make it a possession for the bittern and pools of water. I will sweep it with the besom of destruction, saith Yahweh, by Hashem Yahushai of hosts. Verse 24, Yahweh by Hashem Yahushai of hosts have sworn, saying, surely as I have thought, so shall it come to pass. And I have purposed, so shall it stand. There's nothing you can do about it, devils. You can take our videos down from YouTube. You can mess with the children of Israel all that you want. But the ultimate judgment has already been passed. And that is that you will not possess any more lands. Prepare slaughter for your offspring, for the iniquities of your fathers. You got hell to pay, devil. Shalom, Israel. What you're looking at is the Whitney Plantation. And though they've turned it into some type of museum today, this was a place of bondage and torture for the nation of Israel, you so-called Negroes and Latinos and North American Indians. It is located in Louisiana. And if we just scroll through there, because now they want to make it some type of tourist site, like it's something to be held, like it's something worth looking at, when it's not. You're looking at slave quarters. You're looking at the jail, which you were given a tour of. Looks like the house off Django, don't it? Man, death, abad, babal. Death to these motherfuckers. To these Edomites and to the rest of you nations who have joined on to them. Justice cannot be served until the innocent blood that was shed has an opportunity to see the blood that shed in the land. Hopefully this has been edifying. Shalom.